Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the latest openings that are there, the companies which are offering in-house positions and the companies which are hiring. What are their roles and responsibilities? What is the criteria? By when can you apply? And the link for this said opening would be provided in the description box. So let's begin with the first opening. The first opening is with APJ Satya Group. APJ Satya Group is based out of NCR and they are hiring for the post of legal manager. The minimum number of years of experience that you would require would be 3 to 5 years, and the roles and responsibilities would vary, ranging from corporate governance, contract management, compliances, and risk management. Under the corporate governance, you will be required to ensure that all the corporate governance principles are met, and as and when there is any legal advisory needed on corporate governance, you would be required to provide any and all legal guidance and support to all the respective stakeholders. Apart from that, you'll also be required to conduct meetings, manage minutes of meetings, etc. Apart from that, any and all company policies, as and when required to be updated, remodified, or formulated, you will be required to do that. Apart from that, you will also be required to review, draft, and negotiate on varied agreements. Apart from that, you might also be required to draft new templates for the companies basis the company policies and requirements. Apart from that, you'll also be involved in legal compliances wherein you are required to ensure that company is compliant with all the applicable laws and regulations. On day-to-day basis, you will be required to conduct legal research and check what amendments are there in the laws, whether those are applicable to your industry and your company, and whether your company is compliant with those amendments or not. Apart from that, training initiatives for new employees, you will also be required to do that. Lastly, you will also be required to perform risk management, wherein you'll be involved in identifying risks and proposing strategies in order to mitigate those risks. This is the first job opening for legal manager with APJ Satya Group. Link for the same is provided in the description box. You can visit the link and apply for the respective openings if you have the requisite experience. Second job opening is with Ease My Trip. It's an online portal based out again of Delhi NCR, and they're hiring for corporate legal counsel. The minimum number of years of experience they require is 2 to 5 years, and you will be required to perform a varied tasks ranging from contract management to legal documentation, legal advisory, plus litigation management. What all you will be required to do, you will be required to draft, negotiate with, review various MOUs, NDAs, teaming agreements, reseller agreements, and master service agreement. Along with drafting and vetting, you are also required to negotiate on various agreements from clients as well as from service providers' point of view. Along with that, as and when the documentation or the agreement is executed, you will be required to maintain the documentation on the contract management portal. So you'll be required overall to perform the entire contract life cycle management. Apart from that, the other thing you are required to do are legal advisory. As and when the company or its stakeholders required any kind of legal support and guidance, you will be there to provide the legal support and guidance. So you should be aware of Companies Act specifically. Apart from that, you'll also be required to do litigation management and legal research with regards to all the amendments, latest laws and updates to all the applicable laws to the companies. Apart from that, you'll also be required to coordinate with external lawyers in order to perform litigation management and get a hold of company pending litigations. So if you have the requisite experience of 2 to 5 years and you have specific and keen interest in contract lifecycle management, end-to-end contract lifecycle management, feel free to reach out to description box and apply to the openings with East Mitra. Next opening is with Credence. They are hiring for associate manager legal, and this job role also requires you to have at least 3 years of experience as an in-house legal counsel. Now, their roles and responsibilities majorly revolves around end-to-end contract lifecycle management, wherein you are required to review, analyze, and negotiate various vendor agreements in order to protect interests of the company. You are also required to ensure that the company is in compliance with all the applicable laws and regulations. Furthermore, you are also required to negotiate on company's behalf with its vendors or from service providers point of view in order to protect company's interest from future perspective and future risk point of view. Apart from that, you are required to perform the entire contract lifecycle management, including but not limited to drafting, bidding, reviewing, negotiating the agreements, keeping and managing a repository of the agreements as well. Furthermore, you are required to perform and collaborate with cross-functional teams in order to ensure that the contracts and everything, every company policy is in compliance. Apart from that, you are also required to collaborate with legal head to resolve complex contractual issues. Since this is a startup culture, you will not only be involved in the contract workspace, you will also be involved in other workspace ranging from litigation management to regulatory compliance to risk advisory as well as to the corporate governance. So, since this is a startup, anyone who wants to excel in their career as in-house legal counsel and anyone who is looking for a challenging role would this would be the perfect opportunity for you to apply with TradeEdge. So these are the openings for today's video. As you can see in almost every opportunity, the major and the most focused skill set that you are required to perform is end-to-end contract lifecycle management. End-to-end contract lifecycle management as required is not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone is aware what all is included in contract lifecycle management. Everyone thinks it's just restricted to contract drafting. So if you want to learn end-to-end contract lifecycle management from practical point of view, wherein you will not only be learning contract vetting, but contract negotiation as well as the complete life cycle that is involved in contract lifecycle management, feel free to visit www.qclilearnings.com. Alternatively, you can reach out on the numbers provided in on your screen and in the description box in order to register for our upcoming batches on end-to-end contract lifecycle management. Happy job hunting. Have a good day and see you in next video. Do like, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that whenever we post upcoming openings as in-house legal counsel, you will be the first one to receive all the notifications.